Right, welcome back. You're probably wondering why there's a great big piece of wood in my transit van that's clearly not heavy enough for it. We've got a Centurion AVRE to wash and then paint and then ship off to America for a customer. And it's quite a big job. Everyone thinks it's easy, just wash your tank. You don't just wash your tank. We took it to a show and the tracks are absolutely clagged up with soil and grass and mud and whatever. So we're going to get the Foden, everyone likes the Foden, and the Rio. We're going to lift the tank up, we're going to slide these small bits of wood under either side so it's off the ground, and then we can set the tracks going in gear with the engine running and get all the power wash or every single link out and get absolutely immaculate. Sounds really easy, but we're going to show you how much of a pain it is. So let's go and get the Foden and the Rio going. Right, this is inside the Centurion. If you've never started one before, you've got your isolator. That's your ignition. Basically, that's what turns the magnetos off. Dashboard display here. What I usually do, make sure it's out of gear. Then you've got clutch, brake, and accelerate. Left tiller, make it goes left. Right tiller, make it goes right. Handbrake. Anyway, accelerator a bit hard to see it down there. Give it a couple of pumps of acceleration and hit the start. First start, what a babe. Makes a change for a Centurion to actually work. Great big giant piece of cedar, it could crack, so I'm going to put a ratchet strap around the middle of it just to stop it from bursting out. I think we're going to need two hands to do this. No. higher than what I actually asked for with this piece of wood. Seems a long way to lift the Centurion tank. Last time we did this, we lifted up a Chieftain, which was Whistling Diesel's Chieftain, to wash it to do the same thing. But we had 2 Fodens, and we didn't lift it as high, but we sold it. But it's okay because we have this AM General. We should have 2 AM Generals. We should have 2 of these, but shook a deal on it, but the bloke, I can't pick it up yet for some reason, so we're going to see what we can do with what we got. So we are well off the ground, Foden not bothered. We're almost enough to get the block under. So Jack came out to offer his opinion on the matter.
How's it going so far?
How do you think?
Well, considering there's no block under the tank now, I'm going to say fairly badly.
The second Foden isn't very good.
Oh, is it not?
Believe it or not, that isn't good as another Foden.
You wouldn't think that, would you? You'd
No.
look at that and you go, oh, that beat the Foden 100 times.
It turns out,
Not that, oh, it's a total bag of Look. Oh, it can't do it. Oh, look how it looks.
using the Foden's remote, it allowed one driver to operate both cranes at the same time. Now trying to lift the back end up, reposition the wreckers. I'm ready. It's asking a hell of a lot now.
Rio there. See if we can push it by hand, Joe.
Pushing it by hand wasn't going to happen, so we had to think of another plan. It's ambitious but rubbish. Are we ready?
Something broke.
Right, so we got the wood under a bit. I've got Lindy very stuck. I can't get Lindy out with the telehandler because I can't get the telehandler any more than that. I can't pull out with that. So I'm going to get another ratchet strap. I'm going to lift it a little bit more and have another pull with the transit, and then we are safe. big wheel spin. Okay, so behind me now is a levitating Centurion tank, and what we're going to do now is pull out as much of the loose bits and pieces we can in the track. So we've got some bars, and while it's semi-dry, all the bits here that are stuck in this idler wheel, we're going to try and pull out as much as we can. There's bits on here that will come out by hand, and then when we've got the worst of it out, we're going to start it up, put it in gear, and then we're going to drive. But before we do, I'm just going to make these clumps out the sprockets, so then it's got somewhere to go when they start spinning. So join us back in a minute when we've got the worst of the clumps out. We'll do a Centurion driving on the spot. Stay. Good boy. Oh, he's so clever. Good boy. Stay there. You got some good photos. Ted's just overseeing the whole operation. Some fair clumps out. I think that might have got it rejected on the boat.
A bit more than your teaspoon of dirt.
Yeah. Well, that's Australia, it's a teaspoon of dirt for Australia.
What do we get?
America is not quite as strict, but it's still It's still. I
reckon
don't
it's
think
still a
they'd be
fail.
happy with that.
Really?
God, this grass does not want to come out, does it?
Little boat poo that. Loves it.
Oh, Ted, what's happened?
It's got a head protection and hearing protection. What are you doing?
Oh, we're going to go for spin up 2. It's going to be dusty. Track's already looking a lot better. That's got a lot more off. Oh, what a babe. Listen to her. Running like a clock. Already. Getting better. Do another pull out what we can by hand. These last little bits. Do that again. And I think we'll start washing it with a power washer. Just a few more bits to pull out. Like that. Right, so we've got all the soil from under it. And this will be the 3rd spin up. See if we can just get the last few bits out. And then we'll start power washing it. How much more have you got in that idler?
Got most of AVRE out of it now.
Yeah. There's a fair bit of Harbour at War left in here. He loves it when we call it Harbour at War. It's definitely not called Operation Market Harbour. I don't think anyone can understand how long it takes to clean. And I had a good comment on Instagram earlier. Someone says that I haven't got a clue what I'm doing because you don't need to jack it up and put it on wood. You can just power wash it on the floor. But that was someone that does diggers. This is a tank, in case he was completely blind and stupid, not a digger. And the tracks that are running here are totally different to a digger. With a digger, you can push down and boom the track up and spin it. You can't do that on a tank.
That's a digger.
That's a digger, just for clarification, that's a digger, this is a tank. Right? We're cleaning a tank, not a digger. Anyway, we don't know what we're doing, so it's not like we've done this before, but we don't know what we're doing.
Bit grumpy about that, isn't it?
He's very grumpy about it.
And
Have you been eating poo? Oh, naughty poonak. Oh, what have you been eating? Why'd you do it? Right, let's run her up again. Let's put let's put Ted in the workshop. saved about 2 weeks of just
God.
pure power washing.
You can never get it clean enough, and what people don't understand is we've got to get every bit of mud out of it, and it's got to go to America. So for customers, every single link has got a bit of dirt in. All of that's going to have to be come out. We're going to paint this whole vehicle again. The paint isn't bad, but the customer wants it in bronze green, like what we've done the FE405 in. So we need to get all the mud off to do a proper paint job. A lot of people would just get the worst off and paint over mud, but you can't name it. You don't do it. So we want to make a good job, and at the same time we've got to get it clean for the standards for shipping. So we're definitely probably, that's a good, I think it's a bit contradicting itself there. We've definitely got ourselves probably, it usually takes about 2 weeks to get the tank clean enough, that's inside and out in the track. I'd say we've probably saved, or just by doing that, we've probably easily saved 4 days of cleaning. Because that's got, well, look how much we've got off. These tracks were particularly caked up. And it's worse because the grass really binds it in. Even though it's dry, it's still not getting it all out. So now we're going to hit it with a power washer, drive it again when it's wet, and then we'll probably power wash the links as it's driving on slow, try and get in every single link, and then that'll be the tracks clean. Then we've got to do the back sides of the underside of the suspension units. Got there in the end. I'll clear up all this mud, and then I think we'll get the power washer out. I had to stop because some live animals have escaped. I haven't got a lasso in my back pocket, I'm afraid. Stop feeding the pony. You've been captive. Where's the other one? Oh. Hello. I shall call you Tesco. Things here, look. These little teeth here fill up with stones and stuff. Mind yourself. Oh yeah, clammy!
Jack's mum.
Pull her out. Oh no, there's still some more in there.
Give it a good finger in.
Oh, yeah. Can't get the prime finger in there really. It's quite sharp inside there. How does that even happen? What a stupid design. We're going to get all them out. Anyway, so this is washing a tank, which isn't a lot of fun.
Makes you look like Jack size now.
I would do another part of washing this. We might do, I don't know, but it's not really fun. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again in another video, probably washing this. Or maybe some on the FE405, or who knows. So much to ask. Keep up the good work, guys.